Okay, so starting with primers, again we need to pick something from this part here. I'm going to give this one a go. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer, which I don't really remember being that impressed with it. I've barely reached for it really, so I'm going to give it a go today. Okay, so I have just done my final declutter of my foundations, so this is everything that is left. I put kind of all of my like more favourite foundations in this bit here, so when I do pick from my kits I probably won't go for this pile unless I want to mix one of these with something that I know that I like. We'll see. So I need to pick something, maybe two things I would maybe like to try and mix something today. Let's have a look what we've got. I might go with my EX1 because I really like the finish of this. I'm thinking of mixing it with something, but I'm not sure what. MILANI. I'm going to try mixing it with MILANI Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. I feel like these both are a little bit dark for me. I think EX1 might be okay, but I know the MILANI one's a bit dark, so I might need a bit of white mixer. So I've got all my white mixes here. I'll go with my NYX one. I've not used that in a while. I might need to use some of that. So concealers, again, these are the ones that I want to use and pick from my kits because I've either not used them in a while or I just don't know my full opinion. Might go with this H&M one. This is the H&M Cover Up Concealer. I think the shade's Alabaster. I actually remember it being like a really good like colour match. Okay, so I've got loose powders up here and then I've got pressed powders in here. I put the stuff at the back that I wanted to use and pick from my kits, and then this stuff at the front is just kind of stuff I know that I like. Okay, I have this powder here. I don't know what the hell this is. It's one of the cheap ones that I bought off Amazon ages ago. I thought I decluttered it, but I guess I've kept it because I wanted to give it another go. So yeah, I'll put a link to it if I can still find it below. I might as well just find out if I actually like it or not today. But I'm thinking because it is like a white one, it might kind of brighten, so maybe I should use one of the darker ones on the outer parts of my face. Might use the number 7 one on the outer parts of my face. So this is the Perfect Light Pressed Powder in Translucent. Okay, bronzers, blush. Bronzers in this basket, the ones that I want to retry. Might go with this one, the Summer of Love Triple Baked Bronzer from Revolution. Very old school. Not used this in forever, I remember. I used to like it. So we'll find out today if I still do like it. And my tiny little blush pile in the corner here. So I need to pick something I've not used. So these ones here I have already used and picked from my kit, so it's just these here that I have to choose from. I want to try this Revolution one. I got this in like a Revolution advent calendar like about 3 years ago, but it's like a really nice like cool toned shade, hence why I've kept it and not gotten rid of it. So this is the Baked Blush in Hard Day. I think they maybe do a full size of this, I'm not sure. Obviously I try and find links to all of these and put them in the description, so if I find one it will be there. I'm going to give this a go because it is a really nice colour. So highlighters, again it's these ones at the side that I need to pick from. Because we use the H&M concealer, I think I might use one of the H&M highlighters. I have got 2 of them. I've got this one in Delicate Pearl, which I remember really liking like about a couple of years ago when I bought it, and as you can see I hit pan on it. I've got like a more whitey one in Moonlight and Halo, which I also did hit pan on. I think I'm going to go with the pearl one. It's just appealing to me a bit more, so yeah, I'm going to go with the pearl one. Okay, so brows. What I actually want to do for brows is use a pencil to fill in my whole brow. I want to try this goof proof one from Benefit, just because I don't actually think I've used this, but it's not like a micro brow pencil. I think it's an angled one. Yeah, it's an angled one, so I might try and just fill in my whole brow with that and then use a clear gel with it. Yeah, I've got 2 clear gels. I've got a Pixie one and a NYX one. I think I'm going to use the Pixie one. Okay, so eyeliner for the waterline, I could pick anything from here. Again, I think I'm going to close my eyes, shuffle my hand around and just grab one at random here. And the one we have chosen is the Max Factor Kohl Kajal Eyeliner Automatic Pencil. I'll pick a mascara or maybe a couple mascaras, do some layering. I think I'm going to go with my L'Oreal Bambi mascara and layer it with the Soap and Glory one, see what we get with those. Not sure if I want a liquid liner. I have used all of these now. I'm going to pick the Maybelline Tattoo liner, which I don't love this, but it's okay. This is one of my more recent liquid liners. I've used these ones and picked from my kits. It's just the Tarte one and the Maybelline one, which are more recent to my collection. So I guess those are the two that I'll use next. So yeah, I'll go with the Maybelline one. Okay, so it's these 4 eyeshadow palettes here that I'm unsure about and want to try. I might go with one of the Revolution Pro ones, I think. Yeah, I'll go with this one. I assume they still make this. So this is the Revolution Pro Regeneration Trends Celestial palette. I never use this thing. So it's got loads of baked shades in it, but it has got some mattes in there as well. So I'm gonna give this one a go. Okay, so lips. These are all of the lip products I want to retry. Do you want to do something bold? Do you want to do something neutral? I don't know, because that eyeshadow palette could kind of go either way, really. I think I'm gonna go for a boring nude, just because I did a bold one in the last video. I'm gonna have a go with this W7 Skinny Lipping liquid lipstick. It's in the shade Apples and Pears. I think I should use a lip liner with this, but which one? I wouldn't be surprised if I've actually already used all of the nude ones and picked from my kits already. I've not got this Urban Decay one on the list. I feel like I have used it in a pick from my kit, but according to my list I haven't. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on Lip Pencil in Naked, which I think should match sort of with the, it's maybe like a little bit deeper, I don't know, but I feel like it's close enough, so I'll use that one. Okay, so this is all of the makeup we've chosen. Revlon Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer, Milani Conceal and Perfect mixed with the X1 Invisiwear, and then a bit of the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white if I need it. The H&M Cover Up Concealer, this really cheap powder that I don't know the name off of Amazon, and the No. 7 Pressed Powder, Summer of Love Bronzer from Revolution, a Hard Day Blusher from Revolution, Delicate Pearl Highlighter from H&M, Pixie Clear Brow Tamer, the Benefit Goof Proof Pencil, Max Factor Kohl Kajal Eyeliner, Maybelline Tattoo Liquid Liner, L'Oreal Bambi Mascara, and Soap & Glory Thick and Fast Mascara, Revolution Pro Celestial, what was that called? Revolution Pro Celestial Regeneration Palettes, W7 Skinny Lipping, Apples and Pears, and Urban Decay Lip Pencil in Naked. Okay, so let's get started with the eyes. So I'm going to use the H&M Cover Up Concealer in Alabaster. See what this coverage is like on the eyelids. It's got some coverage. I wouldn't say it's particularly high coverage concealer, but it does a bit of something. So I'm going to use this smoothing and brightening powder. It says Menow Pro is the brand, but I know sometimes the really cheap products on Amazon, they'll have like a different name. They'll have like a different name in like the listing than they will on the actual product, so I don't know. I mean, I've got a feeling it probably isn't available still, but it might be. I'm going to use that to set that concealer down. I'm going to do what I normally do in these videos and do one eye off camera. Try and get a nice look with this palette. I have no idea how this is going to go because I've not used this in what feels like centuries. It has got like, I would say it's mostly like baked shades, but there are like a few sort of neutral mattes in there, so I should be able to get a cohesive look in theory. Okay, we are back with one eye. Let's try and do it again. I think the eyeshadow is okay. The only thing that I kind of struggled with was this kind of black in the outer third, getting that to, well, be pigmented for a start off and blend. It just, yeah, that bit wasn't good, but I feel like the rest of the eye look is okay. So I started by using this shade called Transit, which is just kind of like a neutral brown, neutral pale brown. And I started by putting that above the crease. Then I used Parameter, which is almost exactly the same shade, maybe like a tiny bit deeper, and it's going underneath. And I'm using this matte orangey shade called Identified. And again, that's going for the crease. This is when it started to go a bit wrong. I was using the matte black called Black Hole, which is not the best quality matte black, I'll just say that. And I tried to put in the outer third, and I did end up kind of using a bit of this sort of red dark shade called Orbital that at some point gets mixed in here. I don't know, I was trying to fix it. I don't know what I'm actually doing at this point. I'm using the H&M concealer, and I'm gonna cut the crease. Okay, so in the outer third of that cut crease, I tried to mix the black and a bit of the dark red. It doesn't work, spoiler alert, but I'm gonna have to repeat what I've done. And I'm using the green baked shade called Planet, and that's going in the center. And I'm using the shade Earth, which is this blue baked one, little bits of white in it, and that's going in the inner corner. So just going to do a bit of blending. There isn't a white matte or shimmer in this palette, so the closest I could find to it was Nebula, which is like a light pink. So I put that under my brow bone. Looks a bit weird, I'd have preferred something a bit more white, champagne-y, but this is the closest we've got. So now I'm going to use the Max Factor CONCEAL automatic pencil in my waterlines, and very pigmented, quite creamy, hasn't dried up, so this is absolutely great by my standards. I've got no idea how long it lasts though. I'm going to use the Maybelline tattoo liner and try and do a similar sort of wing here. It's quite a thick formula, and like the brush picks up a lot of product, so it's the sort of thing where you could very easily make a mess of it. And also it gets really embedded in your eyelashes, which is really irritating. But like, it's a nice dramatic black, and if you can apply it well, I think it does give a good effect. That's the thing with this eyeliner though, it's like it's all stuck in your lashes, and then like it just makes your mascara really clumpy unless you like literally try and get it off, which I mean I do try and get it off because I don't want my lashes to be all clumpy. It's just really irritating. Okay, so I'm going in with the Bambi mascara from L'Oreal, and then the Soap and Glory, I'll put that one on afterwards. Yeah, the L'Oreal one is like a little bit dried up. It's not in prime condition, but it's still got something going in it. Oh, this bloody eyeliner. I'm going to use the Revlon Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer, and I guess I'm just going to put it in my pore area. This is the pink one. I think there's like a white one. I'm not sure. All the pore reducing primers I've tried, this one's probably done the most. Like I actually do feel like it has, like it's quite blurring on the skin. I'm actually like quite impressed with that because I wasn't expecting much. I feel like it has actually just kind of made my skin look a bit like softer and like blurred it out a bit. Like obviously it's not made my pores disappear. I don't expect anything to make my pores disappear. That's just not possible. But you know what? That's actually done something, which is more than most of them do. Okay, so we've got Milani, EX1, and then some NYX Pro Mixer. So I'm going to investigate these shades. The EX1 is in 1.0, the lightest one. It's actually quite pale to be fair, maybe like a tiny bit dark for me. Yeah, the Milani one next to it, I feel like it's definitely got different undertones. This is way more yellowy. This, I feel like, is a little bit pinky, a little bit. So I'll put a bit of my NYX in both of those and see what happens. This could be a disaster. Okay. Yeah. I know it might be a bit too light now, I'm not sure. Let's give this a go. weird on my nose. I don't know, maybe that's the primer. It's just going a bit weird, blending on my nose, but I think that could be maybe the primer. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like in the areas where I apply the primer, I don't know, it looks a little bit weird. I don't know what to think of this combo. It's okay. Not sure about how the foundation goes on the top with this primer, to be honest. I'm gonna add some of the H&M concealer over the top of that. I'm just going to put it under my eyes, around my mouth and on my nose. Yeah, I mean the concealer's okay, but I don't know, I don't think I'm going to keep it. It's just not particularly great coverage. My nose just really, I don't know, I feel like my nose looks really a bit patchy, but whatever. Powder, Okay, so I'm going to use this Menow Pro Smooth and Brightening Powder. I'm going to set my under eyes with that, and then I'll use the number 7 one on the rest of my face. Just going to use a little brush like this. Okay, so switching over to the number 7 Perfect Light Pressed Powder. I'm just going to do the rest of my face with that. I think the colour, I think it matches me, I don't know. The shade is translucent, but it has got a little bit of a colour tint. It's not like white or anything. But let's just go and set down the rest of my face. Interesting powders. My skin looks a bit, it just looks a bit textured, quite, I don't know, it just looks a bit weird. I'm not really sure about either of those powders, to be honest. The number 7 one I think is better than the under eye one. That just all looks a bit, not under eyes, I mean they don't look awful, but... So we're going to move on to cheek products. So we're going in with the Summer of Love Triple Baked Bronzer from I Heart Revolution. It says I Heart Makeup on the back, because didn't it used to be called I Heart Makeup? And they changed it to I Heart Revolution. That's how you know this is old. Yeah, the shade, I think the shade should work for my skin tone. This one's got like a bit of glow in it. I feel like I like glowy bronzers. I more so reach for matte ones, but I'm not really, like, I've not got anything against a glowy bronzer. It's just I seem to gravitate more towards matte ones. Yeah, it's a bit more orangey than I remember it being. It blends out fine, there's no patchiness. I like the radiance in it, but I don't know, I don't feel like the shade suits me as much now. Yeah, I'm not sure, I don't know, I'm debating whether or not I want to keep it now, because I think the formula is good, but I'm just not sure that the shade suits me as well. I'm not 100% sure now if I want to keep it. Like, I think when it's blended out, the colour looks fine. Like, I think it's given a nice effect, so... I don't know, maybe I don't know how to keep it. I'm conflicted. Okay, so we're going to use the H&M Illumination Luster Powder in Delicate Pearl. Let's just pop that on in the usual spots. Okay, that actually is really pretty. Very pigmented. I do feel like it sits in the texture a bit, but then I think that's because my base was already looking quite textured, so I feel like with different base products it maybe wouldn't look as textured. But it's very pigmented, the shade's really nice, it just looks very ethereal, very nice. So I'm going to use a bit of the Revolution blush, it's a baked blush in Hard Day. It's a very like kind of mauvey, cool toned sort of colour. Very, really pretty, I like that shade a lot. It's quite like subtle and buildable, but in my opinion I prefer that to a blush that's like super pigmented, because I feel like it's very easy to go overboard with a pigmented blush. I actually kind of prefer it when it's more buildable like this. Yeah, that's very pretty. I really like that. I'm going to put a bit of setting spray on because I feel like my base makeup's very dry looking. I'm going to use the Revolution Glass Glow Fix spray. Let's sort out these very messy looking brows. So I'm going to use that Pixie Brow Tamer. It's quite like a chunky wand. I'm just going to brush through my brows with this to start. We're going to use the, this is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencils in the shade number 3. I don't think I've actually ever used this before, because I normally go for micro brow pencils, but we're going to give this a go today, and see if I can get a brow with it. Interesting. I'm going to use the pixie gel again just to set them in place. I think I like those brows. I've tried to make them look a bit like werewolf-like because I'm kind of into that now. I kind of like this Goof Proof pencil. I don't think it's going to like become my new brow routine thing. I still prefer like the way I normally do it with like putting with a gel and then filling in the arch with a micro brow pencil. That's what I prefer to do, but I don't hate how these brows turned out. They're okay. So I'm going to put a bit of the H&M highlighter in my inner corner. Okay, so lower lash line, I'm going to start with, I'm probably just going to mix together Transit and Parameter, the two neutral matte browns. Do you want to just say that normally? Okay. I'm using Identified, the orangey shade, and shoving that closer to the lash line. Same two mascaras on the bottom lashes. I actually quite rate this lash combination. I don't really like this Soap and Glory mascara by itself, but layered with things like that really does amp up the volume. Like those lower lashes are wow. Okay, so lips, I'm going to start with the Urban Decay lip liner in Naked. Ooh, isn't that nice when you open a lip liner and it's sharpened already? I'm so bad at lip liner, I cannot stay in the lines, just can't do it, and I don't think the overlining looks good on me. It always just looks really fake. Like some people can overline their lips and it looks completely normal, but when I do it, it just looks like I've overlined my lips. I do really like that lip liner. So we're going to use Apples and Pears from W7. You know what, that actually does kind of match, so I've impressed myself by actually picking a lip liner and lipstick that match. It's very thin. Okay, so that is all of the makeup. I'm just going to sort my hair out. Okay, this is the finished look. I actually think it went quite well. I actually quite like the eyes. I think this lip colour is really nice, but with the W7, see, I don't really like liquid lipsticks anymore anyway, because they just kind of, like, the way they dry, the way they feel, they settle in all those little cracks, they're just kind of like, But, I think the colour is so pretty, so I think I might keep it just so I have the option there, even though I'm not really into liquid lipsticks, but it's such a pretty colour. Other than the black, the matte black really was not good, but I feel like all the other shades, like, it worked really well. Like, I actually really like how the eyeshadow turned out. I really like how the brows turned out. The only thing like I'm a bit like meh about is my skin. I feel like the primer just didn't agree with the base products. Like, the primer looked nice on its own, but then as soon as like base products went on top of it, it just kind of went a bit bleh, really. Not sure about the powders. Not sure about the foundation combination, I'd need to try that again. The H&M concealer is a bit, the formula's not bad, but it's just a bit lower coverage than what I like, so I think I might declare that one. I'll probably end up filming my next pick for my kit in like 3 days time, because I'm going to be bored and I have no idea how long I have until I have to go back to work. Thank you for watching this video, I'll see you in my next one, goodbye.